Okay, how we doing? I wanted to cover this article for y'all. This is from the Grio and okay, Black Panther powerful enough to end 35-year cinema ban in Saudi Arabia. Okay. Black Panther is making history again. The Marvel flick directed by Ryan Coogler will be the first film shown in Saudi Arabia in over 35 years. The country has had a cinema ban in place since the 1970s when Islamic clerics shut down all movie theaters while instituting conservative religious laws. Clearly, times are changing and Wakanda is more powerful than we ever imagined. This month, AMC Entertainment will open a theater in the nation's capital of Riyadh, and Black Panther is scheduled to be the first movie played. The company has plans to open 40 cinemas in more than 12 cities across Saudi Arabia over the next 5 years, and we're guessing the 32 million people who live there will be lining up to see King T'Challa in all his glory. Okay. According to reports, the ban reversal was announced as part of the reformist Prince Mohammed bin Salman's plan to moderate Islam, and it's just one of his recent moves. He recently reversed the ban on women in sports stadiums, and women will be allowed to obtain driver's licenses for the first time in June. Okay. The film that stars Chadwick Boseman, Michael B. Jordan, Letitia Wright, Angela Bassett, Winston Duke, and Sterling K. Brown, among others, has been breaking records right and left since its debut in February, and it shows no signs of slowing down. Black Panther is now the highest grossing superhero movie of all time and earned more than $1 billion globally in its first month in theaters. It had the second largest opening weekend for a Marvel film following The Avengers, and it is the fourth film to top $100 million in its first two weekends. The groundbreaking flick that has become a cultural phenomenon continues to break down barriers and set box office records. Nearly 2 months after its release, according to Entertainment Weekly, the Marvel Disney film earned an astounding $652.5 million at the U.S. box office and more than $1.2 billion worldwide. So this is huge, y'all. Here we have Black Panther. Okay, the first black superhero movie with an all-black cast, and now it's the highest grossing superhero film of all time. And not only that, it's gonna open in Saudi Arabia, which has had a ban on films since the 70s, on Western films and stuff since the 70s. Now, first of all, this is just significant because Saudi Arabia and that whole part of the world, the Islamic part of the world, hasn't really been the friendliest towards black people. I mean, the Islamic world had many, many slaves back in the medieval period. They were enslaving Africans even on a large scale, even before the Europeans were, and their brand of slavery was actually very brutal in comparison to the European slavery. And there's always been a lot of racism in that part of the world when it came to African peoples and the whole Middle Eastern region. So for this movie to be doing as good as it is, and to open to open in the Middle East like that, that's huge. That is really huge. I mean, Black Panther is making history. It's the first film that's going to be shown in Saudi Arabia in over like what 40 years. I mean, that's big, and it shows the testament. It also breaks down the a lot of this rhetoric that Hollywood puts out there that black films don't succeed in overseas markets. Well, this type of thing breaks down that whole lie, because that's really a lie. This idea that overseas markets are not interested in seeing movies with black American movies with black characters, and that overseas markets are not hospitable for black films. All of that is being shattered now. Okay, and because of Black Panther has broken records, and it shows just how far exceptional black filmmaking can go. That if you have the right director, the right cast, and the execution, it could change the world. It really could. This is something that we really need to take note of. Okay, as black people, especially as black content creators and black people who are creative and stuff like that, who want to put out their own media. This is something that needs to be taken note of. You know what I mean? But with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and close this video out. Let me know what y'all think about this. Please like the video, um, and I would like to hear your comments.